Sketching is a fundamental art skill that really helps get across your concept and ideas. When I first started drawing, I absolutely loved sketching. However, in time, I began to sketch less. I was looking at my doodles and drawings more like final drafts. While there's nothing wrong with that, I soon realized that I was cheating myself out of the creative process. So, here goes some reasons why I believe sketching is an amazing practice. Sketching does a variety of things when it comes to the creative process. It's one of the best forms of brainstorming ideas for designs because you can create quick, simple visuals that can be shared with others or your eyes only. It's pretty much bringing mental images in your head and translating them into reality. These are basically sketch studies of character designers Mitsumi Inamata and Yoshiyuki Sadamoto. These pages are roughly my typical sketchbooks and what my sketches look like at times. Pretty much just visual notes, tips, fixes, and takeaways. I usually jot these down next to my sketches because one, I forget, and two, it's easy to read at a later time and apply at a later time. And I really like to add notes to my art because it adds my own form of instruction to my artwork, so it kind of feels like it's my own how-to draw book. And if you look closely here, these are just pretty much notes for faces, colors, things I experiment with, and here's a better example of what I do with my sketchbook. Like here, when I do the doodle, the chin's not actually correct in my eyes, so I'm like, okay. And then I'll go back and I'll revise it here where chin's a little bit better and the eyes pop a little bit more, and I do a little more detail on the hair and get it closer to the design. And then basically I'll go and I'll pretty much add what I learned and I taught myself from the sketches to one of my original drawings and see how that goes. So, moving on to another sketchbook, I want to talk a little bit about warm-ups and why they're awesome. Warm-up drawings are basically just a good workout for your hand when it comes to drawing, and it helps you declutter all the stuff in your head, and it helps you really get your mind just relaxed and ready to get up to pace and how you want to get the drawing done. For me, warm-ups really serve as just decluttering the mind and just getting all that bad squiggles and doodles out, especially when I haven't drawn for a couple of days. Ever had that moment where you don't draw for a couple of days and you put your pen to the paper or pencil and you're like, ugh, I was great a couple of days ago and now I'm crap again. Well, for me, warm-ups really helped me break out of that habit that I still have, but it really makes it easier to get back to what I was doing a couple of days ago or what's pretty much in my mind. So basically, with my warm-ups, they're just pretty much lines or whatever, and if I like it a lot, I'll do a color and go, okay, I can save that as a sketch, and they're just pretty much nonsensical. Sometimes they're fun, sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're just straight ugly, and I just need to get them out. But basically, warm-ups really help when it comes to sketching and getting your visual ideas cluttered from the design details that you want to actually do. And lastly, I want to talk about repetition and drafts. Moving on from warm ups, I love to make drafts of my artwork, and repetition is something that I really love to do as well. I used to hate it and do one sketch and say this was my final draft until I realized they could be a lot better. So, here's a working of a character from a video game series called Tales of Destiny 2, and I did my first sketch of it, and I thought it was pretty good. But as I continued to draw and look at the reference, I noticed a couple of things I wanted to change and alter, so that way it can meet my satisfaction. From the hair to the lashes and even to the ridges over the eyes, I always write down the things I can alter and improve. And pretty much here's the finished sketch product after I applied all of that. Pretty cool. Your first idea is rarely your best. You usually have to feel it out more. You'll never know that your original idea is best until you've explored others. Lastly, through sketching, it really helps you practice and memorize your visual ideas as well as help you formulate your final product. Through this repetition and practice, you go from beginning idea to sketching process to final product. And my last example will be a piece that I recently completed that I'm very proud of through doing all these steps. I initially started off with the beginning design and concept of what I wanted, added a couple of notes here and there, started sketching and getting a better idea of it, and through the conceptual process and getting a little misguided, I was able to come to the final product of the sketch that I'm very proud of. My name is Emmanuel Knight, and this has been my 2 cents on why sketching is an awesome practice. If you like this video or any of my artwork in it, you can follow me on my Instagram and my Facebook page at the Serial Doodlist, and here on the 529 Arts Avenue YouTube page. I'll leave all the links below. And thank you, and keep drawing.